I visited 4 e-com founders and went behind the scenes and how they're scaling their brands. One hasn't shipped a single product yet, and one is doing over 100 million a year in revenue. By the end of this video, you'll see what it actually takes to operate at each stage, what they're working on right now, and how each of them got from one level to the next. What's happening at every level is crazier than I ever thought it would be. It all starts the same way, with 0 sales.
How are you?
All good, what's up?
This is what day 1 actually looks like. Franco's first shipment lands today. No revenue, no team, no proof that any of this works. Just a product he believes in and a small group of people who pre-ordered it.
This is day 1. Shipment just landed. Nailed it.
I started this at home. I cooked the first 100 batches of this at home. I was iterating on the type of beef, the cut, slicing method, how long should I dry it for.
If you've never built a brand before, pay attention to what he's willing to do himself, because every founder you'll meet today started exactly here. Watch how scrappy Franco is right now.
Actually, this was supposed to come in tomorrow. This just came out of nowhere. I wake up 9 a.m., a bunch of missed calls. I go like, what the fuck is going on? I call him. He's like, where the fuck are you, man? I've been waiting for 20 minutes. I'm outside. Okay, let me get there. Give me 10 minutes. He's like, no. I'm like, please, 10 minutes. This is my first shipment. I need to get this. He was like, fine. I didn't even drink coffee. I didn't even like brush my teeth. I went to the city bike. We got it in.
Dude, when you're starting from the beginning, this is the shit that happens.
There's like 2,000 bags and I need to ship 350 right now. People have been waiting on these pre-orders for like a month and a half. So we need to get them out of the door.
This is so great. We're just like in the hallway. This is as authentic as it gets.
Basically, I'm starting with the 6 packs. So each box has 24 bags. I'm like packing 6 at a time. And we have all these to go.
When you are a brand founder that is literally at the beginning of your journey, you have to scratch and claw for every single dollar. Franco is getting on the phone in a couple minutes with someone from, what is it, a retail?
Yeah, it's a pop-up shop.
They want to charge a slotting fee and he wants to just get on the phone and argue and not pay a slotting fee because that's what a scrappy founder would do.
I have to be super upfront before we talk numbers. I just got the first 2,000 bags. I'm going all in with my life savings. Too early to afford a fee. But I think it would be great to have the product at your store. What do you think?
I was gonna offer you like 350, but that doesn't work. And 70-30 split, so you get 70%. And then also you set the retail price.
What if we do 60-40 and no upfront fee? I really can't. Cash is like so tight right now.
That works for me.
Okay, awesome. I'll see you tomorrow at 11.
Okay, perfect. See you tomorrow.
Deal maker right there. There's no assurance that it's actually gonna work. He is experiencing the level 0 of becoming a founder, where you spend all this time on this idea and this concept. You have no idea how it's actually gonna go, but the one thing you do have is your own unwavering conviction in yourself and belief in the concept, and then from there, the market ultimately decides.
Now this is where things start getting more structured. The product is down, revenue is consistent. Today we're seeing how Tom is scaling his brand from 7 to 8 figures.
This is Unplugs. Unplugs are click to connect, click to protect earplugs that have 2 modes. So you can have conversations in loud places, but then when you're done with your conversation, you can click back in and hit the normal earplug again. Here's what it looks like, big reveal. This is our iridescent color. This is our best seller today. This won't even deliver until the end of April. So you're actually seeing one of the only completed sets in the world.
Yeah, this is such a production. There's 1, 2, 3, 10 people in this room right now, and all you see is like a photo on a subway or a photo on Instagram. You are putting so much time and so many resources into this business. How are you going to scale out to $10 million in revenue?
With most things, our community. Watch.
What I was talking about. Our community is right here.
There are levels to this game. What gets you to 7 figures does not always get you to 8 figures. This next founder is playing on a different level.
What's up, baby boys? Welcome to Midday Squares in Montreal, Quebec. What's going on, champ? How are you?
Jake Carl's in an
Yeah,
office.
never here, but I love this place. This is where we manufacture everything. All of our Midday Squares are made here. 150,000 bars per day in this facility. Come in. You know, starting a condo kitchen that was literally the size of from literally let's say here to where you're standing on the camera. And we used to hand make all the bars. Now this is something that we're really proud of. My sister, my brother, and I, and the whole Midday Squares team. This is where we make everything. We self-manufacture. Fired up to be here. You came all the way from New York, so.
I had to come see you in your environment.
Yeah, so I'm never really in the office. I think something really unique is that, you know, my role is the rainmaker. I'm one of the founders and the rainmaker of the company. I make noise. I try to make sure that Midday Squares is relevant everywhere. And that means I shouldn't be in the office, because if I'm in the office, then I'm not doing my job. When you're in the consumer world, you need to make as much noise as possible, because if you don't get people's attention, then it doesn't matter how good your product is. If you're invisible, if people don't know you or don't know your brand or product, how are you supposed to sell it? Like, you know, we're competing in one of the most competitive spaces in the world. CPG and grocery, if you look at it, there's like 30,000+ products in a store. You're one item in that store, you're 5 for, you know, depending on how many SKUs you have. You need to stand out. And the way that we stand out is we try to make as much noise as possible. It's relevant and authentic noise to what we do.
I'm gonna be a fly on the wall. Show me what that actually looks like today.
Today we have had a wild day. Get ready. We're gonna make people feel something. We're gonna fire up the engines and boom.
This is what a normal day at 8 figures looks like for Jake. And it doesn't look like what you'd expect. He's not in a dashboard. He's not in an ad account. He's doing something most founders at his level have written off. And that's the exact reason that his brand keeps growing while a lot of his peers have plateaued. If you're stuck somewhere in 7 figures, this is the part to take notes.
Why did you just spend your morning talking to 200 people in finance when you sell chocolate bars for a living?
Because when you're selling a consumer product, everyone's your audience, or everyone can be your audience. My job is to make friends with everyone, from retailers to people in finance to people in our industry. So you never know who's in a room. You never know who's listening. That can change the whole trajectory of your entire business. Because at the end of the day, we are for everybody. And as cheesy as that sounds, it's the truth.
What's the lesson here for brands that are maybe doing 7 figures in revenue and are a step behind you in their journey?
I'd always say this, 2 things. Block out the noise, because a lot of people are going to tell you how to be. And this is not me telling you how to be, but a lot of people are going to tell you how to do this, what to do, how to do that. For us, we make people feel something. We tell our story loud and proud, and we show up no matter what. Look at this. This is one of the sections. Do you see this?
Come on.
This is an end cap. So our 4-packs, our singles, and then our actual boxes. It looks relatively nice because this store really takes care of our stuff, but simple things like this are attention to details that matter. When a customer sees something sideways, it doesn't always register, so I actually fix this stuff, you know? So Adam takes care of Midday Squares at Marché Tao DDO, and Adam's been a friend of mine for how many years now? 4 or 5 years. We've grown the account together. He does all the merchandising, and you see the beautiful, he set this up. He makes sure it's always in stock. Adam, are you wearing underneath?
Uh-oh.
This wasn't planned, by the way. This was not planned. You see that?
That's crazy.
It's not just a product in a physical spot. It's the relationship and the humanization that we've built over 4 or 5 years.
Jake's the biggest customer of Midday Squares.
Yeah, can you imagine? I brought you some for all of you. Here you go.
Hi.
It's a sample from me. It's on our company. Enjoy, okay?
I'm pretty shocked actually, and a little bit out of line of them because we're behind schedule, and I'm calling to.
It's all good. We're not there yet anyways, so it's fine.
Okay, well, I'm really sorry, and I really appreciate everything, and I'm very, very, very sorry. This is like totally out of my control. We still have the bars, and we're going to make sure everyone has them, obviously, and I really appreciate everything.
Okay, it's all good. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day. Crazy, eh?
What?
Just got canceled last second.
It's like 30 minutes before. Wow.
Okay, boys, this is part of entrepreneurship. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Jake, can you tell the camera what just happened?
So we're on our way to a pump up, which is basically firing up this conference, dancing. We were on our way there and got canceled. So now I'm back at the office and I'm doing a mix of admin stuff, but I'm gonna spend like the next 30, 40 minutes sending customer messages to people that have posted about us, commented on our posts. I send these personalized videos literally to the customer, and I say their name, and people always ask me, why don't you just AI it? Why don't you just automate it? And the truth is sometimes the things that aren't scalable are the things that are great. And when you say someone's name and you make a video that's actually, you press the button, they feel that, it goes a long way. So I do these videos on Facebook comments, and people will write like, oh my God, I love this product, or oh my God, I hate this product. I'll literally send them a DM. I'll say, hey, this is Jake, one of the co-founders. And then I actually press record on my thing, and it sends a video. It's a hidden hack. Let's do one right now. Please put grape PBJ in stores. I can only find strawberry at Target. So what I'm gonna say to her, what's up? Happy Wednesday, my name's Jake. PBJ strawberry is delicious, but obviously the PBJ grape is my personal favorite. It will be available at Target soon. I have something better for you. I actually want to send you a box of grape on the house so you could try it. Send us your address and your email, and we'll send you some of the grape next week. Anyways, keep rocking, keeping awesome, and just know the Midday Square crew loves you lots. Have an epic day. Boom. Oh my God, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Love to support a good company. I feel safe feeding my kids. We all love the flavors we've tried so far. Now I got to tell my team to prepare an order to send. But the idea is like this type of care goes such a long way. So like that was one person, right? So like I do 10 of those at least per day, 10 to 30 every day.
Before we leave Montreal, one more question for you. What is the best piece of advice that you could give to a brand founder that is maybe 1 or 2 steps behind you on their journey?
I think in the grand scheme of things, the one thing I wish I knew when I started this Midday Squares was it's going to take a lot longer than you think, and that's okay. And the second part of that is the game of entrepreneurship is a lot of pain. It's a lot of hardship. It's a lot of obstacles, a lot of uncertainty. If you stay in it long enough and you can keep getting back up after those punches and keep showing up again and be excited about what you're doing, then eventually that will turn into souffle. It will turn into a win. Everything takes time. And as cheesy as that is, that's the truth. This game is not a 2-year overnight success story. It's a 10, 20-year overnight success story. And once I understood that mentally, I was able to enjoy this process that I'm on. So I think patience and getting back up and showing up and actually feeling alive and what you do every day is where you're going to win really big in whatever scale you're going to next.
Thanks for letting us hang out with the
Let's
Midday
go, baby.
Square crew in Montreal.
Frappe-moi, allez, dis-moi comme ça, nous sommes dans Québec. Say bonjour.
What he said.
Making noise and building the right relationships earns you the shot. The last stage is what makes you a household brand. Chris, what's up, man?
What's happening?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Where are we?
We're at Koia's manufacturing facility.
And what is Koia?
Koia is a better-for-you protein drink that's scaled in 35,000 points of distribution across the country.
How big is this brand?
We're into the 9 figures in revenue.
What would you say is the biggest difference between running a 9-figure brand versus an 8-figure brand?
Oh man, everything changes. In terms of the way we do business, the way we plan to scale, the structure of the team, our manufacturing processes, going from 1 to multiple facilities, there's all kinds of differences. Why don't I show you?
Let's do it. Now you're gonna see real scale. Chris owns his manufacturing, formulates his own products, and ships into 35,000 stores. At this level, it just becomes a distribution game.
Okay, so here's our Koia manufacturing facility.
What would you say is the biggest advantage of being able to own the entire manufacturing facility? Because from my understanding, that's not very common for a lot of brands in your category.
Yeah, it's pretty rare in beverage, and there's 3 main benefits. We can control the quality and every aspect of it. The second aspect is that we can react to the demand spikes. So if sales are going better than expected, we can get additional line time and produce our product. And then the third is there's an opportunity for significant cost savings when we produce the product. Yeah, so this is another big part of us scaling. When we went from outsourced manufacturing into our vertical integration, our own manufacturing facility, we also built out our own warehouse and logistics. So our refrigerated warehouse,
Freezing in here.
it's chilly. We had to keep it in the mid-30s. The cooler, the better without the product freezing. Big reason that we did this in terms of the warehouse was a huge opportunity to drop our COGS. So to reduce our warehouse and logistic fees. And so the other thing about this warehouse is it's literally attached to our production facility. So the product comes right off the line and right into the cooler from the back. So that saves on transportation costs between facilities. But again, it allows us to get the product refrigerated within minutes. As we scale to over 100 million in revenue, every penny really matters. We're putting out 3.5 million bottles a month from this facility.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, one example of how we can save money is these high density racking systems. We're able to put more product in a smaller space, which obviously takes our overhead down significantly and adds pennies to the bottom line.
Owning the factory is one thing. Knowing the products to make in the factory, that's another.
With the minor tweak.
So we're at the Flavor House right now ideating on new products. How long does it actually take from idea to a product on a shelf?
Yeah, so it depends on what product we're making, but the fastest we've ever done it was 70 days. So from concept to actually hitting the shelf. It depends on how you're launching the product. So if we're going through retail, it's a long cycle, however long to get the meeting with the retailer. Once they're reviewing their category, it may take 3 months before they come up with a decision. And from there, it could take another 6 months before it actually hits the shelf. So sometimes you're working a year in advance from product concept to actually hitting the shelf. It's very different if we can launch on D2C or TikTok shops or something like that. The product that we're tasting today will be producing, and it could be available on TikTok Shop in 3-4 weeks.
So from the moment you taste a flavor in the Flavor House and you said, this is exactly what I want, how long will it take now for that product to be in a can on a shelf?
The deciding factors are the lead time on ordering ingredients and then on getting line time at a manufacturing facility. So if it's our own, we can slot it in. If it's an external co-man, we have to find time on their schedule. So that could be as long as 3-4 months.
Can you walk me through what it looks like to actually get into 35,000 retail doors?
The reality is it starts with one. And so I think the thing people often forget is like any point of distribution is really valuable and you have to make it work, because the most important metric, in my opinion, in beverage, but maybe in CPG, is called velocity. How many units are you selling out of the store? So if we get in one point of distribution and we have great velocity, it gives us a great story to go out to all the other retailers in our retail meetings and show them the product that they're missing, the retail sales that they're missing, the customer that they're missing, right? So that's the first step. The second is finding access to those buyers. And sometimes we do that through broker partnerships, which are people that will represent brands to retailers like Target. Sometimes we have direct line of communication. Then we go in and present our product and tell them what we're gonna do, why our product is different, why they should put it on their shelves, and then we have to execute. Yeah, so now we're in Whole Foods. This is our first national retailer, and I'll kind of show you how we show up on the shelf and how we think about our shelf placement. Like I was mentioning, we have to be in the refrigerated section. So here's the Koia distribution. This looks really nice up here, but the fact that there's no gaps in it like there are here actually shows that it's really not selling that well. So while I would love to see this product all faced up here, I want it to sell more importantly. All the yellow tags here, we call the yellow tag effect. Like anything that has a yellow tag, people are gonna look at and try. So we run these 2 for deals. That allows people to try all these different flavors. So you might be a vanilla customer, you just like vanilla, but if it's 2 for whatever, a discount, maybe I'll try a matcha with that, right? So that's the thinking here. We were looking at the consumer trends and we realized like protein maxing was a thing. And so we wanted to really highlight the fact that our product had 32 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber, perfectly on trend. So you can see on that label, that's the main 2 call outs.
You can look at the difference in the packaging and like how they evolved with their elite branding. It's just like so in your face here with 32 grams, and the 18 grams is so much more subtle. And then if you look at the other products on the shelf that you're up against, it's like they also have their protein gram amount like so in your face.
Which has been an evolution. This is what we did to start calling out the protein, and then we noticed that a lot of the other brands that we're competing with started to follow that trend.
That's what scaling from 0 to 100 million actually looks like. Not a straight line, 4 completely different games stacked on top of each other. Wherever you are right now, one of these 4 founders was you a year ago, and one of them is where you're trying to go. The whole point of this series is going behind the scenes in the e-com industry and showing you what actually goes into building these brands. If that's interesting to you, subscribe below. If you're still watching, you probably care about e-com at a deeper level than most. So real quick, before you go, I'm building a newsletter for founders, operators, and people who are genuinely paying attention to where this industry is heading. Every week, I'm sharing what I'm seeing from conversations with brands, from being behind the scenes, and from studying the moves that are actually working right now. The lessons, the patterns, the questions I'm thinking through, and the things I can't always fit into these videos. The goal is simple. Make it one of the most useful places to understand e-com from the operator side, not just from the outside looking in. Links in the description. I genuinely love to have you on the list. We'll see you guys next time.